EVR like I'd start at INCLNC. What if I told you that the greatest achievements often start quietly, without applause, recognition, or even encouragement? Most of us waste so much energy seeking validation, comparing ourselves to others, or rushing for instant results. We think success must be loud and celebrated from the very beginning. But the truth is, every legend began in silence, grinding unseen, working through doubt and building a foundation that nobody else noticed until it was undeniable. Think about it, the world only sees the highlight reels, the awards, the trophies, the fame. What it doesn't see are the countless silent nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, the battles fought in solitude. In this video, I'll share 5 powerful ways you can embrace your own silent journey and turn it into unstoppable growth. Stay until the end, because I'll give you a challenge that could completely change how you approach your goals in your life. 1. Embrace the quiet. Silence is not weakness, it's power. Success doesn't always need a spotlight. In fact, the quietest moments are often the ones that shape us the most. Think of a musician practicing alone for hours in a small room. No audience, no applause. Just repetition, mistakes, corrections, and progress. Those unseen hours are what will one day create music that moves people to tears. Or picture a student studying late at night while their friends are out having fun. Nobody is cheering them on, nobody is clapping. But years later, that silence pays off with mastery, opportunity, and freedom. Benefit. Embracing quiet protects your focus and strengthens your skills without the distractions of approval seeking. When you learn to work for progress instead of applause, you build unshakable discipline. 2. Focus on your craft. Legends aren't obsessed with showing off. They're obsessed with improving. Every small improvement matters. Take the example of an author. Before their book ever hits a shelf, they go through countless drafts. Pages filled with scribbles, rewrites, and frustrations that nobody else will ever see. But each private hour spent refining their craft brings them closer to mastery. Or look at athletes like Michael Jordan, who was famous for practicing harder than anyone else long before he became a household name. He didn't practice to impress people in the gym. He practiced to win when it mattered most. Benefit. When you focus on your craft instead of chasing recognition, you develop real expertise. Over time, that expertise turns into confidence, and confidence is what separates legends from dreamers. 3. Be patient with results. One of the biggest traps of ego is wanting recognition now, but real growth takes time. Legends understand that patience is the secret ingredient that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Think of a startup founder. For years, they might work in obscurity. Long hours, failed prototypes, endless rejection. To the outside world, it looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, progress is building until one day the breakthrough comes. Or imagine a seed planted in the soil. For weeks, you see nothing. But underneath, roots are forming, foundations are being built. When the first green shoot appears, it's only the visible tip of everything that was happening silently all along. Benefit. Patience builds resilience, discipline, and long-term vision. If you can resist the temptation of instant results, you'll be ready for opportunities that others aren't patient enough to reach. 4. Protect your energy. The world is full of distractions, negativity, and noise. If you waste energy on every opinion, every criticism, every distraction, you'll have nothing left for your vision. Think about a young athlete training daily. They might hear critics online saying they're not good enough. Friends might tell them to relax, to stop trying so hard. But instead of wasting energy proving them wrong or responding to negativity, the athlete stays focused on training. Every ounce of energy goes into growth, not gossip. Energy is like currency. You can either spend it wisely or waste it on things that don't matter. Protecting your energy means saying no more often. No to toxic people, no to distractions, no to unnecessary arguments. That way your energy flows only into what truly matters, your craft and your growth. Benefit. Protecting your energy allows you to grow faster. Stay committed to your vision and build a life aligned with your true goals, not someone else's opinions. 5. Celebrate progress privately. One of the most underrated habits of legends is private celebration. Instead of waiting for the world to clap for them, they track their own milestones. For example, imagine a student learning a new language. Instead of bragging online after learning a few words, they quietly celebrate finishing their daily practice. Over months, that consistent private celebration builds into fluency. Or picture an entrepreneur who hits a small financial milestone. Instead of broadcasting it on social media, they smile, write it down in a journal, and keep moving forward. These private victories build self-motivation and protect against the trap of external validation. Benefit. Celebrating progress privately creates lasting confidence. You're no longer dependent on likes, comments, or applause. Your motivation comes from within, which makes it indestructible. Final challenge this week. I want you to spend at least 30 minutes every single day working on a personal goal in silence. No posting, no sharing, no seeking approval. Just you, your craft, and your vision. Do this for 7 days and notice what happens. Notice the progress you make without distractions. Notice the clarity you feel when you're no longer chasing validation. Notice the inner strength that grows when you realize you don't need the world's permission to chase your dreams. Because the truth is, silence builds strength, strength builds mastery, And mastery builds legends. Now it's your turn. What's one silent action you'll take this week to build your future legend? Share it in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else who's just beginning their journey. And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we'll keep growing quietly, consistently, and powerfully. Because remember, every legend started in silence.